Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Love on the play fake. This is Reed working the right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes, you can get to win-win.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Love out of the shotgun. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. This is Jacobs running left. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Love now off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's taken down at the 30. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That's good for a Packers first down. A gain of 15.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Running on first here with Jacobs. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
A humble 5- to 6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They stick with Jacobs. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
Extra point try is good by McManus. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Johnson with a return here. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again with Warren. And they won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Now Rodgers on this 3rd and short. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from a deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
Takes it in at the 21. It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with a home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them, right? Turn them against their own team. They were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
Love now on 1st and 10. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Just about every offense since the beginning of time, since the forward pass, Kate, has loved a tight end that can stretch the middle of the field. Man, I remember as a kid watching Kellen Winslow Sr. dice up right here between the hashes, and what a difference it can make for an offense.
That one's incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right? And I look at it through those optics so much, but it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Jacobs gets it on the draw, and he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down, Steelers in the dime. 6 DBs out there. They'll air it out on 3rd. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
On comes Brandon McManus now to try this field goal for the Packers. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. McManus sends it through. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
2 drives and both of them ending in points. You don't even mind you only got a field goal there, Kate. They got to be ecstatic, exactly the way they wanted to start this one.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take
The Steeler
over
offense
first
out and ready to go for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Ooh, put some air under this one, right side. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going, and that incompletion won't help.
The Steelers set to punt it. Corliss Waitman will kick it away. Takes this in at the 25. And he puts together a nice little return there before they're able to bring him down. The Packers all set to get back out there. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Good for a Packers first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. And
so many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Keeps on moving into the red zone. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. That's another Packers first down.
To me, now is the time to step on the gas, and you see this more and more in today's game, and it's the right move. Get that explosive run, get right back to the line of scrimmage, and don't let this defense breathe.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To the air with Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
It's a nickel look from the Steelers here on 3rd. Here he is on 3rd and short. And he will have them a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers hold a 16-point lead in the first. Christian Watson with the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead.
Steelers, nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away.
Kick off for Green Bay.
Johnson with a return here. Things going well so far. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. Thielen, the receiver, in motion left. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Quay Walker.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Rodgers out of the gun on 3rd down. That one nabbed by Warren. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
They put Austin in motion left. Throw left side, complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Rodgers from the gun. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing again, Rodgers. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 1st down now, ball at the 33. Trying to get outside here with Warren. And he works it inside the 30. That's a gain of 7.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Rodgers will look to throw. It's caught. That's Thielen. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and goal, Warren. Oh, he lost the football. And somebody jumped on it around the 5. Who's got it? Oh, officials say it's going to stay with the offense. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes second and goal. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, will they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants.
And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
That's interference. Defense.
So pass interference on the shot to the end zone, and now they're going to be set up on the goal line with a great chance to get the touchdown anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's first and goal. Gainwell. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Steelers take a small chunk off that lead. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10.
17. Steelers 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Things going well so far. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10. Kicks the handoff, now low. That's complete to Reed, out left. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is second and 6 coming up. Love from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. They'll throw, third and long. He's making a bid for it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Packers, first down. First and 10 at the
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Metton stopped by Alex Highsmith. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 17-7. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's not going to get the first. He made it real close, though, didn't he, Bronk? It's a gain of 5, third down coming up.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like we got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win, too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
That's good for a Packers first down. A gain on the play.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Another Packers first down. 1st and 10.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
Going back to Jacobs on 1st down. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers make it a 16-point ball game. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
McManus on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers take a 3-possession lead.
Steelers 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Johnson now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. Short pickup to their own 31. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Completed left side to Smith. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. 7 yards on that pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
To the air on first down, Rogers. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Here's Rogers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, well, those are welcome bonus yards.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. Blitz coming for Rogers. Gets it to him on the screen. Has a big hole left. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Well, Brock, I think you and I both saw that one coming together from up here, and it became clear pretty quickly that if they got things going, that one could go the distance.
Yeah, the 6 points earned on any screen pass touchdown. I'd give half a point to the sell job of a quarterback, half a point to the effort of the running back, but 5 of those points to the big guys in front of them. They're the most important ones out there on that play, and in the best of times, they clear lane for a touchdown just like that one.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers cut the lead down to 10.
Packers 24, Steelers 14.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Emmanuel Wilson to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. There's Love to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Jacobs running behind center. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Third and just 2 to go. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. 3rd and 2. Love to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Jaden Reed, the intended target. And now they're left with 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
He dodged the tackle. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they'd welcome the same level of play on this series as well. New set of downs for them from the 31. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Just like the last play, Metcalf has it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Working out of the gun, here's Rodgers. Caught by Warren out of the backfield. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Steelers have a 1st down.
Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Trying an inside give to Warren. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Some really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Warren once more. And call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Now Rodgers on this 3rd and short. This finds its target. That's Metcalf. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Gainwell. And some solid block in there, springs him for 8. It's going to be 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Warren has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers reduce the lead to just 4. Boswell to add the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10.
The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is first and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be second and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is second and 4. Shotgun now for Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
And a Packer first down.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Handoff here to Jacobs. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Love out of the shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Throwing his Love on third. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. Calvin Austin on the return for the Steelers. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Warren running between the tackles. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the
Plenty of points already, partner, as we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Rodgers off the play action. Metcalf's got it, complete. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Has it downfield, working the left. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent, when you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Packers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. A timely interception for them there, Brock. That drive sure looked like it was headed for at least 3 and maybe more.
And that quarterback wants that throwback so much so. You could feel it right when he let it go.
Yeah.
That was a route they've been working on, and a lot of offensive effort goes by the wayside as the defense finally gets itself off the field.
The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. Holding just a field goal lead. Probably going to see them play it close to the vest in the time we've got remaining. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Finds the in route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. First down throw. Here's Love. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Right back to Watson. This is caught. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Steelers 40-yard line.
Second down now. They need 7. Throwing again. Love. He's going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Throw here, third down. Avoids the sack. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
A 57-yard attempt.
Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And they are unable to double their lead.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Look at this first play, and he's going for it. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up and put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Excellent work as always, Scott. Love that halftime reports. Just a field goal game for us here as we start quarter number 3. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. We'll see the Steeler offense first this half as they're headed out now. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. Pressure coming, and they take him down. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Rodgers will look to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
They'll bring out the punter here. and they could really use a good one here. Let's see what he can do on the return. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. New set of downs for him from the 31. Love with it on first down. Caught, nice gain left side. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 22. And it'll give the Packers the first.
The Packers first down. A gain of 22 yards. First down, Packers.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Running on first here with Jacobs. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Throwing, it's Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Warren quick on the draw. Escapes a defender. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
19 yards. That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Warren. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
39-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. And the defender's there to knock this away. That effort means it's 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2, it could have gone the other way.
Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Hand off to Jacobs to start the drive. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Play brought to an end by Jalen Ramsey.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of this. Deshaun Elliott with that tackle.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Play fake, gets Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So they're left facing 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Fails to find his running back. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
They're out now, ready to punt it. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Rodgers. Completed over the middle. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. They'll run now with Warren. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Steelers first down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a first down, that's a bonus.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play fake. Here's Rodgers. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he'll get it up to the 44. Following the play, we have an injured Steeler. The training staff out there to check on him as we take a pause. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. They'll run with Warren. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. On the ground with Warren. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. He got 5, and now it's going to be 3rd down and 3.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Now they're looking to throw with Rodgers. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 5 on the play. And the Steelers have a first down.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
On first down, Warren. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Short pass brought in. Pick up of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Out of bounds just past midfield.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Hits him on the out route. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again here, it's Rodgers. Throw complete to Thielen. And this one doesn't go far.
To Adam Thielen. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here. Warren here from the gun. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Steelers first down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
That's some room to work, and they take this in for the score. The Steelers take a 3rd quarter lead. Aaron Rodgers with the touchdown. This distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Okay, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead.
28, Packers 24.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Wilson with the return here. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. On the zone read, here's Jacobs. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Here's Jacobs again on 2nd down. And 2 yards all he can get. It's 3rd down.
Jalen Ramsey running down. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Punt team on the field. And this is going to be his 4th effort tonight. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. The Steelers offense headed out. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. He's got it over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
To the air on first down, Rogers. That's caught by Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Give him 13 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Rogers going to throw on first. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the ball. They're leading, but not by a lot. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Counterplay here, Warren. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave him enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes second and 1. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And a productive run there on second down. That's a gain of 6.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Needing 4 here on third down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. From the shotgun, here's Rogers. Catch is made, but he is out of the back of the end zone. Could not get his feet down, partner. This one's going to end up incomplete. Boy, they had the look, Brock, and they just missed a touchdown as the throw put him a little bit too close to the edge of that end zone.
The previous play is under review.
Well, we can see he made the catch. He definitely has possession, but did both of those feet hit down in the end zone?
Yeah, get that zoom button ready to go. Get the magnifying glass. Was there any green right between his feet and that end line? That's what they're going to be looking for in the replay booth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Mike Tomlin shaking his head. That challenge is unsuccessful. So here's Chris Boswell in a high-pressure spot. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Kate, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Now Boswell on to send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This makes it up to the 25. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Love out of the shotgun. Finds the in route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a pickup of 4 yards, and it'll give the Packers the first.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down throw. Here's Love. That one's complete over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Jacobs running behind center. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. On the sneak, it's Love. He's fighting all he can, but won't get that final yard. They're going to have 4th down coming up.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. They stick with Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
1st down now, ball at the 33. They'll go from the gun with Wilson. He has room past the 25. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football and defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Quick slant into the hands of Golden. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Handoff here to Jacobs. Finds a small seam. That's good for 5. Make it third down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. And that's going to fall incomplete on a look to his running back, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On 3rd down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he can't get the push they needed. They hold him at the line and send him packing after a turnover on downs.
This running back has had himself a day, but not on that play. Finally, a little bit of catharsis for everyone on that defense to keep him from the first and get a turnover, a much-needed turnover on downs.
The Steelers and Jalen Warren headed back out there offensively. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Rodgers from the gun. Austin's there to haul it in. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
Austin. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 19-yard line.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now here's Rodgers. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Those are exactly the plays, Kate, that the corners in this league make their money and make their reputation. A one-on-one, and he wins that battle.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Warren running between the tackles. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Steelers, 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10 from the 32. Rodgers set to pass. Rodgers is hit. The ball is loose. But I believe a Steeler was first to that football. They make the recovery and keep possession. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Connecting with Metcalf again. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
to throw is Rodgers. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending and the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Lowe. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they face 2nd down. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. They go counter. It's Jacobs. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Jacobs gets it on the draw. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. Five DBs out there for the Steelers. 3rd down. He'll throw it. He's got it complete to Reed. And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. A gain of 15 there. And it'll give the Packers the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle, they showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route, and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So 2nd down coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. Hits him on the in route. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He's back to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Packers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Love now on first and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Packers down by 7. Second down now, 7 to go. Loves to throw again. Back to a familiar target, it's Watson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
First down, Green Bay.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
I
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Here he is to throw. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and it's going to bring up third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. To throw. In the goal line. That's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers cut it to a point late in this one. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for two and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this two-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
On for the PAT, and a make would tie us up late. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth.
31.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Johnson now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Steelers and Aaron Rodgers headed back out on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. The Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Setting up to pass. Complete over the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield. Back to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
When you throw that comeback route versus zone, you have to see the underneath defenders. It's frankly easier, Kate, to throw it versus man-to-man. You know where everybody is. But in zone, you better trust your eyes underneath. And when you do, there's completions like that to be had.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. A give left side to Warren. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards. The Packers take their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
At the 31-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down. They'll go again with Warren. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Warren once more. Again, his number is called, and the defense read it once more, shutting him down. That brings up 4th down. 1 yard on the run. It's going to be 4th and 10. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. An entire stadium of pressure now on Chris Boswell. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. Now it all comes down to the veteran, confidently marching out for this moment. He was good on his first attempt, and his second from a little over 45 here. The kick is good, he got it! And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm, they've won it! Well, Brock, the fans, all right, here we go, Steelers, as they take the win on the North Shore. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Pittsburgh. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Johnson with a return here. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Steeler offense getting out there for its opening drive of the game. They're led out by one of the game's most tenured veterans and most decorated quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers.
I think it's safe to say, Kate, Aaron Rodgers may be one of the most polarizing figures in the NFL, but there is nobody that will question his ability to spin a football different than everybody else. Just ask his receivers, tight ends, running backs, anybody that's ever played with him. He elevates their game, and he often elevates his own game to an MVP kind of level.
Catch made by Austin. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side finds Freiermuth. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice that both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully.